Hi guys, Jacques here from Lighthouse Media, where we shine some light on the truth. And I just wanted to make a video for all the ladies that sort of stay at home while the husbands work in America. And especially if it's the first time, it's quite a nerve-wracking experience. So I really just wanted to share how me and my wife dealt with it and how we handled it on my first trip to America, and what we did to sort of keep the relationship strong. And yeah, I really just think it might help somebody. And then if there's any of you that has been working on farms in America for many years, share in the comments below how you guys sort of do it. It would be nice to hear, and it will help those that are sort of leaving, you know, spouses behind, or that's sort of having to see their husbands go and work overseas, or whatever the case may be. So guys, what the big thing was for me and my wife when I left, and we decided together that it would be a good idea to go and work in America for me, and then obviously it will help us financially quite a bit. So with the economy in South Africa, it's quite tough at the moment to get a good job where you can earn 50 or 60 or 70,000 a month. So farming in America makes that possible. So that's why we sort of decided to do it in the first place, was to get rid of debt. So one of the big reasons was that I could trust my wife with the money. So every week when I sent money back home, I had peace in my heart that my wife is not going to go on a shopping spree, or she's not going to buy stuff that we don't need. She really handles the money quite well, and she's also in charge of the finances in our house. So and she just paid off debt. That was our mission. When I go over, the goal was to pay off debt. So it's important to have a goal and to sort of agree on that. So if you have to leave a spouse behind, or see a spouse going to work in America, there must be a plan, there must be a goal, and our goal was to pay off debt. And oh, we really paid off quite a bit of debt. So within a few months, I mean, we got rid of really bad debt. So that was our main focus, is to sort of just do that. The other thing that we decided as a couple was to communicate. I would communicate with her all the time, even though the time difference was about 7 hours. She phoned me every day in the morning. She was sort of like my wake-up call. I kept communicating throughout the day. If I saw something interesting, I took photos and I sent it to her. And so we had an open communication. It's not always possible to have an open communication. I mean, sometimes you're in the field, or you're in a tractor, or you're working somewhere that there's absolutely no reception, or you just don't hear the phone. So I think, guys, you have to understand, especially ladies, if you cannot communicate specifically on the right time and moment, have grace for that. So yeah, my wife, I explained to her when I got there, listen, this is how it's going to work here, and I think this is the times that we can communicate, and we did it like that. So I think it's just important, guys, to sort of, go and check it out and see what's the best time to sort of have FaceTime with your wife, and then that will sort of just put them at ease as well. And then ladies, I think it really takes a special couple to really just have faith in each other, that there won't be stepping over the line situations, or there won't be shopping sprees, or in both sides. I mean, there is situations where men also like to shop and spend a lot of money. So I think if you guys sort of just make that decision about the money, what you're going to do and use the money for, and then how you're going to communicate, and then of course build the trust where every time I sent money to my wife, she communicated back with, to me, this was paid, I used it for this, we paid off that, we did this and this. So if there's a mutual communication and agreement about the decisions that's being made about the money, that's really a good sort of foundation to make it a success. And so guys, it's very simple. It was tough. It was a tough experience for us. I really missed my wife. I mean, we really close, even though we obviously, I mean, like any couple will bump heads sometimes, but I mean, I missed her presence. So yeah, it is tough. I mean, but have your support system in place. I think if you're a wife staying home, or a partner, or a good friend, or whatever the case may be, make sure that you have the farmer's details as well. So I gave that to my wife. She had the farm manager's contact details, she had the farmer's details. So there was cases where she couldn't get hold of me and she needed me quite urgently, and she got hold of the farm manager, and the farm manager immediately notified me that there's problems and whatever the case may be. So I think that also puts the person staying back home at ease, that listen, there's open communication. I've got a few options to phone if I can't get hold of my better half in a situation that you might need them. Yeah guys, and I mean, I couldn't wait to get back. When my first season, when I came back, I think I had a calendar on the fridge and I marked off every day. And then yeah, like I remember the last day when I ticked it off, and I was so excited to get back home. So guys, all the best and all the luck. If there's any, I mean, I know there's guys out there that's been doing this for many years. If there's any special sort of wisdom you can share it in the comments below. We'll really appreciate it. But I really hope this helps. And then last thing I just want to mention, especially for the people staying home and the ladies, is don't ever let your husband or the person that you sort of need to communicate, don't let them ever feel that they cannot reach you, or don't ever make them feel that you are not up for it anymore, or it's too difficult, or whatever the case may be, because there's something about men that once they start working and they focus there on the farm and working, and they doing it for you. So don't ever let them feel that they inadequate, or that it was selfish to go, or whatever the case may be. Just assure them every day everything's good with the kids, everything is going well back home. Give them that assurance, and then they'll also have a better time there. And I think it's vice versa, guys. Just give them the assurance. Look, my wife told me, go out. I wasn't one for really wanting to go out and everything. I mean, you work so hard, you just want to get home, and you probably just want to rest and have 2 or 3 beers and just relax and watch TV. That was in most cases my situation. But so my wife actually encouraged me, go out. And so I did went out with friends I made there. And then I remember there was this one party that I got invited to. It was a Halloween party. It was one of the ladies working on the farm, but she invited a bunch of guys, and we all worked together, and we all went to the party. So I took photos and I sent it to my wife and everything. So I really had a good time. But I also went home when I felt, listen, it's time to go home. I left the party and I went home. and I notified my wife, listen, I'm back home, I had a good time, I'm going to sleep, chat to you tomorrow, whatever the case may be. So I think, guys, that's sort of all in a nutshell of sort of how me and my wife, how we sort of approached it and handled it. And I really hope the video helped you, and see you in the next video. Thank you.